welcome to the How to Market Your Horse Business podcast. My name is Denise Alvarez, and I'm so glad you're joining me here today. Now, before we get to these marketing takeaways that I'm excited to share with you, I will first introduce myself just in case we are new friends. I promise it will be brief, and then we will jump into the meat of our episode. All right. So as I said, my name is Denise Alvarez, and through my business, Storm Lily Marketing, I get to help dream chasing horse business owners like yourself to see clearly through the marketing overwhelm and create a cohesive plan for your social media, your website, and your email marketing that will help you turn your online audience into your customers. I get to do that through Take the Reins, my one-on-one coaching program, as well as website design and website copywriting. Friends, I do each of those things as well as this podcast because my heart truly is to help you as an equestrian entrepreneur be out doing what it is that you love to do most in your business, whether it's in the barn, in the arena, on the computer, behind a camera lens, whatever it is that you're doing to serve the equestrian community, I want to help you do more of that. And so here on this podcast, you will get a mix of step-by-step strategies, essential how-tos, and entrepreneurial mindset shifts that will help you not only see what's possible for your horse business, but I also am here to guide you through that process so you can make it happen. And so here today, we are talking about something fun because it's not exactly social media only or email marketing only. It really is something that is going to apply to each area of how you market your horse business. Now, in case for new friends, you may not know that for one, I love content. I'm regularly inspired to create content for you all because I'm so clear on who I'm creating that for. And so whether I am at Road to the Horse or a Kenny Chesney concert or a Garth Brooks concert, you can actually find an episode for each of those where I have been sitting and taking notes, thinking of how the things I'm seeing and learning there apply to you as a horse business owner. So if you have not listened to those episodes yet, I will make sure and link to them into the show notes. You can, of course, search on my website, stormlilymarketing.com, and you will find those as well. But I've got marketing takeaways from a variety of places because I'm always looking and learning and wanting to bring that learning to you. And so today, what I want to do is share with you something from my first jumping clinic as an auditor. I did not participate. Now, again, if we are new friends or you just don't know my journey as far as horses goes, I actually did grow up on horses. I've always been involved in horses, but not from a competitive standpoint and never on an English saddle until 3 years ago. Just 3 years ago, I started learning how to jump, which is something I had always wanted to learn to do and never really had the opportunity. And so I love it. I love it for many, many reasons. And so last weekend, from the time I'm recording this, I had the opportunity to go audit a jumping clinic that was nearby. And I was super pumped. And it was the first time I've ever gotten to do this. Now, I've been to other clinics. And as I told you, I've been to Road to the Horse. It's not my first time at a clinic, but it was my first time at a jumping clinic. And so it was different. Now, it was hosted by our local association for hunter jumpers, and they brought in a coach from a university. Her name's Kamara Brown, and she was wonderful, just by herself, a stand-up coach. But on top of that, the things that she was saying to the participants were things that I felt like directly applied to you in your horse business as well, and to me in my own business as well. And so they were such golden nuggets. I wanted to take some time and share them with you. So I have some business marketing mindset takeaways that I have noted for you to apply to your horse business. All right. Now, if you're not at a place to take notes, but you're a note taker, please know that I will always have a highlight of what I'm sharing with you here on the podcast over on my website and what I call the show notes. And you can get there with the episode number. So it is stormlily.com/130 because this is episode 130. Okay. So feel free to go there, check out the highlights. And then also I'll make sure to link to each of those previous episodes I mentioned where I shared with you my takeaways from a Kenny Chesney concert, Garth Brooks concert, and 2 different Road to the Horse events. All right. So let's jump in. I have 5 marketing takeaways that I want to share with you that I learned at my first jumping clinic. Number 1, quality begets quality. Now, something that Camara said was the quality of your jump depends on the quality of your canter or trot. Quality canter, quality jump. Quality trot, quality jump. And I thought about that in light of marketing because marketing has so many pieces and parts involved with it as well. And I know that some would say the quality of your business depends on the quality of your email list, or the quality of your growth on social depends on the consistency of your posting schedule. And each of those could definitely be true. But there is one thing that's absolutely true about any aspect of your marketing. The quality of your marketing depends on the quality of your messaging. From email marketing to social media to print or online advertising and every other marketing medium you can think of, if your messaging, the way you communicate and who you are trying to communicate and market it to, is off, then every one of those marketing pieces will be off as well. Your messaging needs to be intact. It needs to be accurate. It needs to be speaking directly to your right people. And when you do that, then you will have quality marketing. All right, number 2, keep your eye on your destination. It impacts everything else. Now, again, that's a direct quote from Camara. And for you riders, whether you're a professional trainer, rider, or not, you know that when you're riding, keeping your eye on your destination, where you look, matters because it really does impact the rest of your body, which impacts how you ride and the instructions you're giving to your horse. This is not new information to you, but let's look at it through the lens of business and marketing. Now, last fall, I had an amazing one-on-one coaching client named Sandy, and she has a riding program up in the Northwest. And when someone starts in my coaching program, we always start off defining the win. What is it that we're working towards, and what does success look like for you in your horse business and in your life? And so Sandy and I did that together as well. And this is where she shines as an example because just like you, she is an equestrian entrepreneur and she wears many hats. And she certainly had some hard days during our time working together that had nothing to do with marketing. But she kept going. She stayed committed because she had her why directly in front of her. She knew what the destination is that she is working towards, and so she was willing to do the work. And because of that, she has now a lead magnet that is getting the right people onto her email list that are the right fit for her program. She has social content that she is regularly and consistently creating and posting to connect her with the families and the riders that are a right fit for her. And she's getting to do more of what she loves to do because of that. But if Sandy had not kept her eye on where she wants to be in her business, what it is that she's working towards, and the people and the horses that she has a heart to serve, then it would be very easy for her to get distracted or discouraged and then give up. But Sandy has done such a great job of keeping her eye on her destination, and I want you to take that away and do the same thing. Keep your eye on your destination because it truly does impact everything else. All right, friends, takeaway number 3 is the power of reset. Now, during the sessions, oftentimes it was the same exercises and it was different students throughout the day that were doing the same exercises, but she paid attention to where they were. And in one particular session, she would stop and say, okay, I want everybody to come to the middle. And she intentionally did some stretches from the saddle, loosened muscles, fine-tuned their hand position, gave pointers to specific riders on things that she was seeing happening, and then got them geared up for their next exercise. And I thought that is someone who understands the power of an intentional reset. Now, in your business, have you ever had a reset in your horse business? Sometimes that means you have a complete overhaul that's needed and it's a lot of work. Sometimes a reset is really just a step back and taking a breath to evaluate, see where you are and where you need to go next. Sometimes a reset means you need to meet up with another equestrian entrepreneur or a trusted friend or fellow business owner that can give you sound advice, be a sounding board to let you share where you're at, hear your struggles, maybe even challenge you in a few areas, but give you the opportunity to say, this is where I'm at and help me figure out what's next. What do I need to do? Now, as equestrian entrepreneurs, it can absolutely be easy to just keep going, to just get the work done. But if you're feeling completely overwhelmed and near burnout, or you're just unsure of where to go or what to do next, I want you to consider a reset. Okay. Remember, it is intentional. This is not just, I'm going to take a break and hang out. Resetting is an intentional step in your business, and it can be very powerful. All right, I have a fourth takeaway for you. It is that learning is lifelong. One of the things that Camara said on Saturday regularly was riding is lifelong. It's 1/3 good, 1/3 okay, and 1/3 not so good. If it's always good, you're not growing. If it's always bad, you're also not growing. Now, I thought, isn't that so true of being a horse business owner? Give yourself grace on those hard or bad days and give yourself a little push to grow on those other days or other times or seasons. But the key is to always be learning. Be sharpening your marketing axe. Be reading books to develop yourself as a leader, as a business owner, as a financial officer in your business, or a CEO in your business. Surround yourself with people that will challenge you, encourage you, and inspire you. Listen to podcasts. Do the things you need to do to be learning. There is truly no horse business owner that has arrived, and there is no such thing as stagnant. So keep at it and keep learning. All right, I am on our final takeaway from my first jumping clinic, and that is I was reminded of the value of having a coach. Over and over, I saw that when the participants followed her direction, they would see improvement. Now, of course, I'm sure you're saying, obviously, Denise, that's why they're there. But here's what I want you to realize. It's possible that this person, that participant, could ride on their own every single day at home and not make the same amount of improvement as they did in a 1.5-hour session because they chose to invest in themselves, invest in their horse, ask a trusted expert, and then apply what that expert was teaching. The same is true in your horse business. There are areas in your business that you could possibly improve on your own by watching all of the free reels or YouTube videos or getting those low-priced online courses or just copying what everybody else is doing to see what works and what doesn't. But when you do that, you are selling yourself short on the progress you could be making if instead you chose to invest in a coach who could help you see through that muck and mire so that you can get clarity on that all-important messaging we talked about and make a plan of action that will help you to actually make progress toward your goals for your equestrian business. And that's why I love doing one-on-one coaching. In my 3-month Take the Reins program, the progress that I see with my clients when they take time to really get clear on things, and then they have confidence at the end because they have a cohesive marketing strategy, it's so much fun to see that progress, to go from in just 3 months, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say, I don't know when to say it or how to do it and all of the things, right? To the other side saying, I know exactly who I'm talking to. I have all of these ideas for content that's actually going to move them to become my customers. I have a plan for the days and the categories and all of those things. And I even have a way to get them on my email list. And I know what I'm going to put in my email newsletter to bring them value and convert them to customers. That is so much fun because it's things that they could absolutely learn in all the other places, but could take a couple of years to apply, right? And instead they get to make that progress, and it's so much fun. And so my encouragement to you is to look back at these 5 takeaways, and I want you to pick one that you are going to apply or at least hold on to and really think about for your equestrian business for the next month. Okay. So maybe it is coaching. Maybe you need to take a look at Take the Reins. And this is the time that you're saying, I'm ready to invest in myself and invest in my business. And if that's you, I would love to chat with you. And you can go to stormlily.com/reins at any time and apply, and we can chat and see if it's a good fit for you. Maybe instead it's that you need a reset. And you're saying, I actually do need to pause and get really clear on where I am going and what success does look like for me. Or maybe it's evaluating that. What is my destination? What am I moving towards? Am I very clear on that? Or maybe it is your quality messaging. There's so many things here that you can take and apply in your business. And what I know is that oftentimes we will listen to a podcast or read an article or read a book and say, oh, that was so good, and underline so many things and highlight so many things, and then walk away and not apply it. And that's why I pulled out that idea of with a coach, when they applied what they were learning, that is when they saw progress. And the same is true for you in your equestrian business. When you apply what you are learning, that is when you will see progress. Okay. Now, in light of that, I do want to make sure that you know, as you are learning, I have free resources available to you, and I would love for you to check them out and see if something meets you with where you're at right now that I have available. I have a number of different resources, and so I'm just going to send you to my website where I have them grouped together, okay? So if you go to stormlily.com/shop, SHOP, you are going to find a page that has all of my resources in one place to make it very easy for you. I would encourage you to check it out and see if there are some ways that you can just get started for free to begin that part of investing time in your business. Okay, friends, I hope this has been so helpful to you. I so appreciate you joining me here, and I would love to hear what your takeaways are as well. So feel free to screenshot and tag me on social in a story or send me a message or an email. I love hearing from you and how what you are learning here on the podcast is helping you in your equestrian business, because as I said, that is my heart. All right, again, head to the show notes at stormlily.com/130 for links to all the things and a highlight of the conversation. And if this was helpful to you, send it on to a friend so that they can learn right along with you. And maybe you guys can keep each other accountable. All right. Okay, thanks so much again for joining me here today. And I will see you again soon with a new episode. Have an amazing day.